years ago, Phylicia Pearl Mpasi was making YouTube videos in her mother's basement, and now the Congolese-born star is featured on the big screen alongside Hollywood heavyweights like Oprah Winfrey in her film debut as young Sally in The Color Purple. Phylicia Mpasi tells VOA's Roger Muntu that landing the role was a pivotal moment in her career. Let's check it out.
Color Purple, again, was, this is in the middle of the pandemic.
Right.
I think this is beginning of 2021. I was watching the movie The Prom on Netflix, and was just like, they filmed that during the pandemic. I think I can film something during the pandemic. I want to be in a musical movie, and I wrote down on a piece of paper,
Right.
I will be in a musical movie by the end of this year. Didn't know what it was.
But you just wrote it
I just wrote it down. I just knew it was going to be a musical movie by the end of this year. I really wanted to do it. I left Lion King to do more TV and film. I'd heard The Color Purple was going to be made into a movie musical. I think they'd announced it, and there are a couple of articles about it. And we went to the Democratic Republic of Congo to bury my grandmother. And in her passing, I remember just saying, something big is going to come from this.
That's grandma?
Yeah, and I remember just lying in a bed and something told me just Google The Color Purple auditions.
This is in Congo.
This is Congo, yeah. So something said use that 1 gigabyte of data to Google The Color Purple auditions.
What?
And I Google it and it comes up on a website and it's like auditioning for the role of Celie. And I said, oh my God, I want to be in The Color Purple. Wow, I'm going to be in The Color Purple. So I tell my agents I'm going to submit a video. We get the audition. My sister is helping me read the lines on the plane. We didn't have a printer, so I wrote the lines down and learned them. Came back home. I had no voice, but was able to still kind of sing through the big song at the end, I'm Here, put the video on tape, sent it in, and then they said no. Yes, they said, we love her, but she's reading a little too young, but we'll keep her in mind for other things.
You're like, okay.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, but something in me was like, no, this feels very anointed. Like, I think I'm supposed to do this. So again, I wrote down, I'll be playing the role of Celie in the Color Purple movie musical, and I've been hand-selected by the director, Blitz Bazawule, to play the role. I wrote it down. So this all happened in like June, so then come September, I get an email from my agent, and they said, they're opening up the role of young Celie, so they're gonna separate the parts. Would you like to be considered? And I knew it was mine, but even though I knew it was mine, I was kind of like, no, I don't know. They already like told me no, and I've been.
So there was that part telling you that.
Yeah, I was just like, I don't. They already seen what I can do, and there's a part of me thinking I think I might be too old for it. They're saying they want the character to play 12 to like 16. I'm like, oh, I definitely don't look 12. I don't know if I can do it. But I just decided, I'll just put it on tape. I'll just audition, and if they like it, sure.
Fine, if not.
And I think that was the key. I had like released it, but still knew I had the capacity to do it, but I wasn't like holding on to it very tight.
Right.
So I did the audition. They come back again and say they really liked you. The director would like to do a work session with you.
How did it feel? Like
it felt amazing. It just, and again, to the point I said earlier, it felt amazing and so exciting.
Yeah.
But I'd asked for it, and I believed in it, and I knew. So as these things were happening, I was like, okay,
I knew.
that feels right.
Yeah. How did you? So finally, when you met Oprah the
Yeah.
first time, how did she react?
She was so kind
and
was like, Phylicia, all that stuff. She's exactly as you think she is. And said, I've been watching, there's something called the dailies where they film and then they can send them off for people like the producers to watch and give notes and feedback. Yeah, so it's such an honor to be part of a project where so many different people have their own personal connection to it. I think that's very rare.
Right.